Good afternoon, everyone. This video is brought to you by foodforliberty.com/adapt2030. And the message I'm really trying to get across is you're going to have to learn how to plant food. You are absolutely going to need to know this as a basic skill moving forward into the grand solar minimum. So click the link below to learn more about the heirloom seed kit that they offer, and then also start your own research using what they've compiled as the best nutrient and protein source in plants so you have a healthy diet. Please research heirloom seeds for the grow zone you're in. New research report out absolutely questioning the validity of NOAA, NASA, HadCRU. The scientists and academia involved in this report slamming that the data sets are not valid representation of reality. Compared with the Met Office in the UK, these temperatures are absolutely skewed warmer. And what they did was, in the research, they kept finding they would lower the temperature to try to make it then appear there was a steady warming upward trend since the beginning of the 1900s. They were caught red-handed faking the data. Why is the planet showing signs of cooling, manipulating the data to try to pretend and show it's warming, but all the signs are in front of us and nobody's talking about it? And please remember to subscribe to Adapt 2030 while you're watching the video. Absolutely. People are waking up and calling out the fraud of NOAA, NASA, and HadCRU on the surface temperature data manipulation that's been going on. Another add to the list of the group of scientists that don't agree with 100% CO2 warming. They are actually calling into question the temperature results that we've been using to base all these claims of global warming and increasing temperatures. They found that 3 of the data sets are not valid in a representation of reality. And the article also calls for the indictment and prosecution of every person and organization involved in this climate fraud. Now, the flawed NOAA data compared to the Met Office data, completely different. And the report finds that they had to remove old data, and they say it was nearly always accomplished by removing previously existing data and inserting new data, and thereby erase the middle of the century cooling and then middle 1900s, 1940, 1950. So it looked like it was just straight up and there was no flattening and no natural cooling on the planet. It was just straight up and up for CO2. And NOAA, NASA, and HadCRU have been called out on this. This is from the GISS. Temperature set original extrapolated out to what's this 2010. They show that late 1930s entering into the Dust Bowl. And it also shows on the very left side of the chart, way back in the 1880s, it was even warmer than today. And the 1930s Dust Bowl. And then there was the cooling from, say, 1945 to 1965. That actually shows up on the records here, but as an example, we'll take a look at the different lines of information input. 1980 is the top blue line, and 2015 is the very lowest black line. So what they've been doing is lowering the temperatures each year to make it appear as if it were an uptrend in the temperatures, just straight up, steady up, never a decline, never natural cooling. It was just straight up because of CO2. And this is where they got caught trying to fudge this data and massage it in to make it appear. And HadCRU as well, 2001 compared to 2010. You can see how the earlier readings are pushed down to make them appear a little bit cooler, to make that trend line appear that it's going in a linear fashion upward, year upon year, warmer upon warmer. Then we go back to, I love microfilm. But back in 1999, they hadn't gotten around to manipulating the data, or at least implementing it full steam where it actually would show on the temperature record as a discrepancy, as you've just seen. It actually shows a downtrend from, say, 1930, but somehow this just disappears. In New Zealand, the same way, NOAA. We look at Cornell University, days above 32 Celsius, which is 90 degrees Fahrenheit. If we're truly getting warmer and warmer, this chart should not be bottoming at 2016. And as you see that spike temperature right around 1928, look at the number of days over 90 degrees all the way until 1956, and then suddenly when we get into our era, where it's supposedly the warmest ever, you can see that it's not. And see, this is the type of information that made me start this channel. I come across things all the time that are like this, so I start to ask the questions. Thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of the video. You should do your own look into temperatures globally and see what you come up with. Use a PDF search engine.